Right. So we are going to discuss something called the uses of being in our day-to-day conversation. Uses of being. Right. So being is something you have been using quite often. You can get it quite often. In most of the situations, you are using been. Okay. You can say, I have been to that place. I have been to London for 2 times. You can say, I have been working, or you can say, the work had been done, like been. So, been is absolutely confusing. Sometimes you feel how been is used in a sentence. So, that's why we have taken this topic, something called your job been in a sentence. Your job been, right? Been. How been has been used in a sentence, right? That's very important. So, let me tell you, my friends, been is something called the PP form of been. Whenever I say been, it is something called the PP form of been. That's very important. Something called be form. We know that a verb has three forms. A verb has normally three forms, right? One is called B1, other is called B2, and the third and the last one is called B3. One is called B1, other is called B2, other is called B3. So what do you mean by B1? There's so many examples I have given. Just take another example here. One is called take, took, thinking, do, did, done. So this is called B1, B2, and B3. Exactly in the same thing. Let me tell you. We are going to take been is this is the verb. Okay. Been, this is the verb. We are going to take like the this is the PP form. That is called been, was or where, and this is called be, was or where. Right? Past tense should be was or where, depending upon the situation. Whereas the PP form or past participle form is called be. Right? So here be is something called be is called is or am or are. So this is the definition. Whenever you say this is the be form, be verb means be can take is form, can take am form, and can take am form. So are is for plural, is and am for single. The next one I can change that was and where for people, that's for past tense. And been is something called PP form, right? Past participle. Just like that. Right now. So let's take out three different examples. I'm going to give you three different examples. We are trying to find out how they have been used in three different situations. The first, I'm going to something called I have been working since morning. I have been I have been studying since morning. This is my first sentence. Let me explain everything. Then I'll give you time to ask your doubt. For the time being, just check the proceedings, how it is goes. The second one I'm going to give you. I have been to, let it be, I have been to Delhi for 3 times. It's the second sentence. And what is the sentence I'm going to give you? Something called the work has been done. I have been studying since morning. I have been to Delhi for 3 times. The work has been done. Here, look at the first sentence. Been is there. The second sentence, been is there. And the third sentence, you can say been is there. So we have to check it out where actually and how and when you can use been. Now, back to the first sentence. The first sentence is like this. The first sentence is like this. Okay. How does the first sentence say? What does the first sentence say? I have been studying since morning. This is my first sentence. I can say I have been studying since morning. This is my first sentence. So what we have known so far, this is something called present perfect progressive form, right? This is my timeline and this is now, right? So something has started in the past, something has started in the past, it's continuing right now. There's a chance it will continue in the future. This is called future time and this is called past time. So whenever I say I have been studying since morning, that means suppose here this is morning, here this is morning. This is let it be 10 a.m. So I have been studying since morning. That means action is started in the past, it is continuing right now, and it will continue for some more time in the future. There is a probability, there is a possibility. What if you can understand? I have been studying since morning. So here been is used because it is a part of the structure. Been is used as it is the part of the structure. What is the structure? Subject plus has or have plus been plus P1 plus ing. That is, you can say, present perfect progressive. Here, been is used. If you take out been from here, so the sentence will be incomplete because present perfect progressive form says that something has started in the past, it is continuing right now, it will continue in the future. Here, been is a part of the sentence. You cannot take it out, right? You cannot take it out. If you look at the structures, look, this is a complete thing. That means why this has to give it. If you take this one, it is looks very incomplete, right? Then once you put it like this, once you put the gap, now it looks complete. Like that. You can say being is something called, like it is not used as a third form. It is used as because it will complete the structure. It is a part of the structure. Look at the I have been studying since morning. It is part of the structure. Very much part of the structure. So you can say being is used as it is the part of the structure. Structure of present perfect progressive. Right? So I have been studying. Here we have understood that being is used as part of the structure. Right now, come to the second one. I have been to Delhi for 3 times. The second one I'm going to analyze. I have been to Delhi for 3 times. So I have already given you the difference between been to and gone to. Let me give you that examples once more. You can easily understand. Suppose this is my home. This is my hometown. Whatever it is. Suppose this is my home. And this is Delhi. Take another example. This is my home. And this is something called Delhi. So whenever I say gone to, that means I have visited this place and I'm here. This is called gone. Whenever I say been to, that means somebody has gone and come back. That is called been, right? That is called been. Remember, here two is important. I have been to Delhi. You cannot say I have been Delhi. It will be wrong. Been to. Been to means he has gone and come back. Here, I have been to Delhi. I have been to Delhi. I have been to Delhi for 3 times means, I have gone to Delhi and come back. That means it represents a completed trip. It represents a completed trip. So you can say that here been to, not only been to, okay, been to, or I'm just putting it very clearly so that you can easily understand. Been to refers to a completed trip. Right? So here, been to refers to a completed trip. That means somebody has gone and come back. Look, the first one, been is something called, it is a part of the structure. It is a part of the structure. Suppose I can give an example. Suppose you say, I am going there. Once you put am, the verb will be ing form. So this is the part of the structure. You cannot say, I am eat. You can say, I am eating. I am right. You cannot say, I am writing, because that is the structure. I mean to say that is the structure. You cannot change the structure. That is called the Bible of English. That is the Bible of English. You cannot say that he goes. That is how the English people have been using for centuries. That's their language, right? So you can say being is used as part of the structure. If you take out, this is called present perfect. This is called present. You can say this is called present perfect progressive. Whenever I refer to present perfect progressive, obviously being will be added. That is the part of the structure. Here the second, I have been to Delhi, that means been to refers to a completed trip. Whenever, suppose you have, you went to the market and came back. You can say, I have been to market. That means you have gone and come back, right? This is called to and from motion. You have gone to Delhi and from Delhi to home you come back. Then you say been to. I have been to Delhi. I have been to Delhi. So here been to refers to a completed trip. That means it's a completed trip. You have already completed that trip, right? So what you can understand, here been and here been are entirely different. They are not essentially same. So don't be confused. Right now, let me take you the third one. The work has been done, right? What do we mean by the work has been done? The third sentence I'm going to analyze for you. The work has been done. The work has been done. So here also been is there. Here also been is there, right? The work has been done. Here been is there. Here why been is there? Let me tell you. This is something called passive. The active form is that I have done this work or he has done this work, right? You can say, suppose take this one. I have done the work. I have done the work. So this is called active. Tomorrow we are going to focus more on active to passive. Just for your understanding, I'm just going to give this example. I have done the I have done the work. That means it is called active. So whenever you are going to active plus, look, this is present perfect. This is present perfect. Present perfect. Present perfect. Huh? Active plus been equal to present perfect passive. So that's the difference here. That the work has been done. I have done the work. The work has been done by me, by others, like that. So don't worry. Passive active, there are two forms there. So this is not a discussion today. Tomorrow I am going to tell you what the difference between active and passive. How active and passive sentences are formed and what is their significance and how they can be used in different situations. But today, try to understand from here that I have done this work, this is active, and this is the work has been done, it's called passive. So here been is used as a part of the passive form. So you can say here in the third sentence, been is used to make this sentence passive, right? So been is used to make this sentence passive. Right now, let me paraphrase everything. Today, we are going to focus something called uses of been. It's very confusing. So, been is the PP form or past participle form of be. So, be means is, am, are. Is and am used for singular, noun, and are is used for plural. And the past tense is was and where. And the PP form is been. Let's take out three sentences. I have been studying since morning. I have been to Delhi for 3 times. The work has been done. Here, three sentences are given. So here, basically three sentences, and you have been using these particular things quite often, more often in your day-to-day conversation or written communication also. Try to understand the first sentence. I have been studying since morning. The past, this is something started in the past, continuing right now, and it will continue for some more time in the future. And this sentence is called present perfect progression. Here, been is used as part of the structure. You cannot take out the structure. You can say it is part of the structure. Right now, let me give you the second example. I have been to Delhi for 3 times. I have been to Delhi for 3 times. Been to refers to a completed trip. Suppose what the difference between gone to and been to? Here, this is my home and this is Delhi. I can say my father has gone to Delhi. That means he's still there in Delhi. If I say I have been to Delhi, somebody has gone and come back. That is called been to. So here, been to refers to a completed trip. That means you have gone and come back. And let me take you the third one. The work has been done. The work has been done. Here, being also used. Why it is used? If I take this is called something called passive form, and this is the active form. It is called present perfect. I have done the work. Present perfect active plus been. It becomes present perfect passive. Been is used to make the sentence passive. So from active to passive in present perfect, we have to use been so that it will be, making the sentence as passive. So this is all about the been form. Because been is very confusing. Most of the time you say, I have been working, I have been gone. I have been to Delhi. What been? Why been is so confusing? No. So I thought it is time to clear your fundamentals, to clear your doubts. To whatever the things I'm going to teach this, it is going to, contribute to remove all your confusion, misconception about the language. So this is all about from my side. Right now, I'm ready to accept your question. Now it's clear, or you have any doubt, you can ask by looking at the same. And if it is there, you can put it on of mark.